I'm Captain Greg DeVault, co-host of ProEnglishTV.com. We're here to do a product review today on MirrOLure's new line of soft plastics. They've got a wide array of baits from paddle tails to twitch baits. The two we're going to focus on today is their new scented baits, the Little John and the Provoker. For a long time we've looked for baits that can catch more than one fish without tearing up. MirrOLure has finally done that. MirrOLure is famous in the fishing industry and known for their hard baits. The Top Dog, the 52M, and the Mirror are lures that are synonymous with fishing. They've now moved into the soft plastic area also. The two we're talking about, the Provoker and the Little John, are both just awesome baits. The Provoker is a 5-inch twitch bait, and the thing that makes this one and all their soft plastics so good is how tough they are. They're still soft and they're very pliable, very flexible. They've got great action, but you can still manage to catch more than one fish. Actually, on some of them, we've managed to catch 10 or 15 fish on one bait, which is very good and very economical for us. Both the Provoker and the Little John can be rigged a couple different ways, whether it's on a weedless worm hook or on a jig head like this one by Slayer Inc. If you're putting them on the worm hook, the Provoker is especially good at this. It's got a nice slit in the bottom of it where your hook's going to bury right into it, so you don't have to pull it all the way through the length of the body when you're getting ready to set the hook. And all you're going to do is push in, like many of the hooks have now. Push the keeper on. You're going to lay it open, lay the little slot open in the bottom, and just slide it back and slide the hook right up on it. And all you're going to do, you're just going to have it sitting just like that, and that's how it's going to work. Like I said, this bait is good and soft, but it's still very tough and very, very pliable, and you will catch more than one fish on it. The other way we rig them, like I said, is on the jig head. The Little John was especially designed for this. It's got a flat end on it like that, and then it's tapered down to a point. All you do is drive the jig head right into the middle of it, slide it up and around, and push it right up on your jig head. And when you push it up, it gives it a nice profile, and it fits snugly up against the jig head, so there's no gaps, and it travels through the water very nicely. Now that we've got the baits rigged, now comes the important part, actually fishing them and catching fish on them. The twitch bait, the Provoker, and also the Little John can be used in any depth of water depending on how you rig them. If you rig them on a worm hook like this, 6 to 8 inches of water, 2 to 3 foot of water, it doesn't really matter. You're not going to let the bait sit on the bottom. You're going to twitch it back and forth and make it work in the middle of the water column. If you're going to use them on a jig, 9 times out of 10 what you're going to be doing is actually throwing to targets in the water, whether it be a sand hole, a mangrove root, a rock, whatever, an oyster bar. You're going to throw it down and you're just going to hop it and just make it look like a wounded bait fish or a wounded shrimp. That's where this profile comes in so important. This one, when you're twitching it, actually looks like a bait fish swimming through the water and promotes that reaction strikes.